is also an important platform for the exhibition of the results in cutting-edge technologies. So you can here you can see many of the cutting-edge technologies. Now, this is the exhibition of the past 40 years of achievement in China's transport, and it is inseparable from our daily lives. Now you can see the expressway, the Fuxing. Now we have our own patent. It has the world-class technology. It's a D-series high-speed train in 254 standards, and China standards accounted for 84%. It means that the China's expressway has a high status from the standardization and to the manufacturing. China is in a very high rank, and not only China's products have gone global, China's standards also have gone global. Now we can see the exhibition. There are intercity intercity trains, and also it is the very fast train. It has 2 layers. You can lie in this train, and this kind of shape is adapted to the areas like the cities in the river delta, Pearl Delta River areas. And it will meet different demands of the people for traveling. Actually, in this 2018 Transpo, and there are many other technologies such as unmanned port and unmanned vehicles. The key now, we'd like to introduce you the unmanned metro in Hong Kong. It has been in operation in Hong Kong and in Beijing now. It's very interesting. The difference is that it depends on the back office to release the signals, so that the metro, that the train from the starting point from its to the back test and maintenance, and there are no people to operate this. And also people can go from the cabin to the driving room, and from the perspective of the driver you can feel the experience. You can experience this mobility through the perspective of driver. Actually, the button is covered by the screen. And this is in ordinary trains, but in this train, this is different. And are you interested in this after the introduction? And in Beijing, it is very convenient. And in Yanfang line, you can this train has come into operation, and you can feel this train and by going to this, buying aboard this train. Now, in this cutting-edge technology exhibition, the key introduction is the thematic hall. The key exhibition is the 40 years of achievement within the reform and opening up. It means that we have made splendid achievements in improving people's well-being, and also we lead you to the China Transpo telecommunication company. Now we can see the remote satellite system. How can it serve the people's lives? Greetings. I'd like to invite you to introduce the remote system. How can it be applied to our people's lives? I would like to briefly introduce you. The remote sensing is that you apply a camera on the satellite so that the people, and we solve many 2 problems. First, the construction of the road. This is the Xiangba village. Through the remote photo, we can see that there are how many families are there in the village, and how to construct the road so as to ensure that the people can cross this village. You can see the second photo. Across Hunan province, there are 23,995 villages, and through this photo, we can see how many villages have the road. There are 166,000 natural villages, and through the camera, through the remote photo, we can see that there are 37,000 villages without roads. So it actually tells us the real situation in Hunan province. And in this way, how many more miles should we construct to solve the people's needs? And we can also tell the people how many roads have been hardened and how many have not. And last year, this is the landslide in Mao County. And this is the two pictures before and after the landslide. Through the remote photos, we can see all the Xinluo village are overwhelmed by the mudslide from the landslide. So the remote photos can help us to quickly identify, and also we will quickly know that the mountain body is not stable, and then the villagers may prevent this by preparedness. And also we can see the road conditions. Last year, there are about 22 provinces' roads have been destroyed or damaged. And also, the people may not know what roads they can walk and what roads they cannot. And through the remote control, through the remote photos, we can know what areas have been inflicted by disasters. It is a guide for rescuing, especially during earthquake. We can use the remote photos to see what roads are connected, what roads are not. And we can use the remote to direct us and what vehicles can enter this to help us transport the resources and help the rescuing forces to go into these areas. And apart from the remote technologies, we'd also like to introduce you another advanced technology, that is the Beidou satellite. It is mainly for military uses. People may understand this, but in transport, there are many civil uses with regard to this technology, and also we can see the public supervision and management service platform and what are special on this platform. And this is the Beidou satellite navigation system, and this is the localization the commercialization of this platform, and this is inseparable from people's lives. And who can see this platform? Mainly the management personnel, because it is a provision platform and the supervisors may look at it. And also they will locate the information of the carriages, and we can see now the number of vehicles has exceeded 500,000, so 5 million. And also this picture shows the big carriers, and it has covered all areas, right? Because all areas are green. What are the advantages? It may warn the possible illegal or irregular activities. For instance, if one vehicle has the overspeed, and we will report the information to the platform, and the platform will automatically send message to the vehicle and they're telling the vehicle to return to normal speed. If they have returned to normal speed, then the information will be corrected on this platform. And if they insist on their wrongdoings, and what are the punishments? Are there warnings or punishments to them? If the drivers do not change their behaviors, and there are follow-up functions, will send the irregular behaviors to the enterprises, and the enterprises will have the punishment or and if it is still in vain, and then the information will be sent to the relevant transport departments. Just now, many of the netizens have asked questions. If you have found the driver's problems, through what kind of terminals or platforms to warn the drivers, and how can the drivers to receive the behaviors against rules? And there is a in-vehicle terminal. It has the function of voice warning. If we have they can use the voices to warn the drivers. Can it mean that the over 5 million big trucks have installed this Beidou satellite system? And from this terminal, our headquarters may watch them and know the information of the operation and know about the tracks. So, what are other highlights do you want to introduce us? Another 2 points is that the first, this platform can have the automatic warnings, and they may warn us what roads are in maintenance and other weather conditions such as rain. And also, we can draw an area on this platform when the vehicles are approaching these areas. Then the platform will automatically send information to them. And also in G20 and other important global meetings, and this platform has played an important role. And thank you for your introduction. If you have the opportunity to ride on this car, and you can see whether there are in-vehicle equipments and whether there are equipments in the vehicle, the safety comes first. During the operation, during your traveling, and the safety comes first. And now, next we'll lead you to other exhibitions, and we'll see. The audience of CGTN may know that in every festival, in the road traffic network will bring you about the operation situation of the vehicles, and in the road network center we can bring you some highlights. And let's invite the working staff on the scene to introduce us. Greetings. Please introduce the system, and what about the technologies about this system is relevant to our people's daily lives. It is called the smart sensing and warning and luring system. It is installed by the two sides of the expressway, and this is the luring light, and this is the guiding light. And another sensing device can collect the data, such as the ability to see and the weather conditions and the data. Now the light is on. It means that the visibility is about 1 kilometer. If it's shimmering and the visibility is 500 meters, if the visibility has been lowered to 200 meters, and the red and the lights will turn red. Also, we have the test on the traffic police. If there are vehicles that are still not off-road, and it will shimmering by red and yellow color. And if the vehicles are 100 meters ahead of it, then it will turn red, and vehicle speed will be slowered. So, by the expressways, they're like the robot police. It will send warning signals at any time. And where are they applied? In Yunnan, Guizhou, and Sichuan provinces, including Hebei province and Beijing, they have been applied. And this year, we'll expand our application. Especially now, there are many fog and rainy conditions. So, the traffic accidents rate has been dropped by 60 to 80%, and there are no death accidents. Apart from this highlight, what about other highlights? Okay, follow me.
我们要给大家重点介绍的，其实也是我
Here I
们
would
经
like
常
to
走这个高速
introduce
路
you
的时候要达到的一个高科技智能化的产品，是吧？
我们这边还有一款这
the
个
cutting-edge and smart products. It is called the Expressway Smart Service Platform System, and this system is also excellent. Our working staff will have a demo to you.
出行开始路线的一个规划，
So
一直到在这个整个路上可能遇到的一些
we'll solve the problem with regard to the planning of the traveling
啊，您
and
看到
also
这
the
个
service on the
刚
roads.
才他们演示的就是那个
Just now they have
这个路线的规
demonstrated
划以后呢，
this
跟现在
kind of
目前的导航软件不同的
incident
是
and
在这个您规划的路
different
线上
from
会
the
提示出
current
所有的
guiding
道
system.
路的状态，比如在维修啊，比如说有
It
多
will
少
show
服务区
all of the conditions on the roads, how many service areas are there on the roads,
那个整个
and what are the areas of maintenances, and all this information will be given to the drivers.
一旦到了高速公路，那么大家
Once you're on the expressway,
大家对服务
what is unavoidable is the service area, and before this, people may not understand the service area, and but on this platform, the platform will send the drivers all the information about the service areas.
提前的这个
So they will give you information, and you may book the room and book the meals ahead of time. Are they installed on the mobile terminals? And this is a simple app, and you may download all the information through this app. And if you have forgotten some charging line, or if you're uncomfortable, you can also book something
这么多
in your smartphone.
所以呢，
So they're so smart.
高速公路服务区的一个智慧化平台呢，基本上
So this is a smart platform on the expressway,
都在这个服务区上体现了。啊，另
and
这
all
边
of the services are provided on this
到了这个服务
platform.
区才知道那个服务区的状况。现在的话，
Uh,
完全可以
Before,
在线
only when we arrived at the service area can we know about the situation. But before we arrived at these places, then we may know the situation there. So it means that we start from Beijing to Shandong and
有没有
Tai'an.
地方吃
If
饭？
I
有没有地方去洗手间？
I can decide whether I will stop at Tai'an or know about if there are restrooms there.
到下
And
一个
by
区去吃饭去休息。
and if I have known the information there, I may, if there are no restrooms, I may not stop at this station. And also, if you don't know the information ahead of time, then you may also, it is very convenient for you. So all of the things on the road will be solved.
啊，
And what are the applications of this product? Currently, this kind of product is mainly used in Shandong province, and next, it will be applied nationwide.
刚刚在介绍上一个我们非常具有
Just
分享
now,
量
we
的
have
产品的时候，我们后
introduced
台有网
the
友提问啊，
cutting-edge
就是说您
technology,
刚
and
才
many
提
of
到的
the
它的
some
事故率
cities
能够
have
降
raised the
低，那这
question.
个数据是怎么
And
统
you
计的？
just now you can raise the traffic accidents and how are the statistics be collected, and the traffic police will have a survey, will collect information about the traffic accidents, and this has been applied for 3 years. As for we can compare the first year data and the second year data, and thank you for your introduction. Now let's move this way. Just now, I have introduced the smart technology in the expressway, but there are many other areas which are related with intelligence and technology. Just now, we're always advocating building a strong traffic powerhouse, and in this process, many of the people will have contributions, and people will use more smart products to make the traffic easier. And the exhibition has 3 days, and this is the second day. If you have watched our program, if you want to come, I would like to tell you that this day and this afternoon and next day, you may come here to feel the smart. And so this is the report of our correspondent from CGTN. Thank you.